Good evening, Charger fans, and welcome to Stevenson Field at Stadium 11 for a top 10 matchup at Heritage Hall between Bethany and Heritage Hall. We've got the number 4 3A ranked Heritage Hall Chargers at a record of 25-4 versus the number 10 ranked in 4A Bethany Broncos, who are 19-10 this year. We're going to start the game here pretty soon as Coach Draper and Coach Ledbetter are exchanging lineups at the home plate. Today's senior night, so we had senior festivities earlier in the evening and after some weather delays. So this being the last game for the seniors at Stevenson Field is going to be an emotional one, so we'll get right into it with our feature player, Jack Blumenthal. Jack's a 5'7", 160 senior who plays second base and pitcher. He'll be taking his talents this fall to St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. Coach Draper sees Jack Blumenthal as a kid that can get on base at any time. He's a hard-nosed worker and is very coachable and takes a lot of pride in his fundamentals. On the mound today for the Bethany Broncos is going to be Jacob Dozier. Coach Draper sees Dozier as one of the top pitchers in 4A as he can reach speeds up to 88 miles an hour. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we get back, we'll get to the keys of the game and the starting lineups and our coaching IDs.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
Welcome back, Charger fans. I'm Cooper Cloud. I'm going to be on the microphone today, going Vince Scully on you. No color commentator, so I'll be doing both jobs. Hope not to disappoint. Bethany Broncos now are lining up on the line as the Chargers are having a little team meeting before the national anthem. This weekend is alumni weekend here, as well as senior night, so we're going to have a lot of alumni in attendance tonight as the first ever Heritage Hall alumni baseball game will be played tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with a home run derby preceding that at 9 a.m. So we're going to pause just for a second as the Chargers take the field so we can rise for the national anthem. Beautiful day in the ballpark. Earlier this afternoon, we had to cancel the JV game as storms were rolling through northwest Oklahoma City. But now the skies are clear right over the field, and the wind's blowing out to right field, and the sun's peeking over the Stevenson Field house down the left field line. We'll get to the defensive assignments now for the Chargers. On the bump today is our normal catcher, Brennan Ezell, number 25. Behind the plate is our utility man, Mr. Do-It-All, Campbell Kerr. The infield is the same as every day. First base, senior Joe Wheeler. Second base, senior Jack Blumenthal. Shortstop, sophomore number 2, Roman Fansocker. Playing third, number 17, Alex Fisher. And in left field today, the freshman Blake Adams, who's been platooning that position with Campbell Kerr and Chuck Shepard. In center field today is the Dale transfer, number 6, Joe Buckendorf. And in right field is Dawson Evans. Now the lineup for the Bethany Broncos as announced by Grant Ledbetter. This is his first year at Bethany, but his 5th overall as a head coach. Batting first for the Broncos, number 1, Blake Dunlap, who's playing shortstop. Batting second, number 13, Jimmy Lovelace, who'll be catching. Hitting third, number 18, and playing first base, Tyler Broyles. On the bump and batting cleanup today for the Broncos, number 3, Jacob Dozier. Batting fifth, number 14, Taylor Thomas, the center fielder. Batting sixth, number 8, Chase Wetwiska. We're going to have some trouble with that one. Playing third. Batting seventh, number 12, Kyle Duke, the right fielder. Batting eighth, Kyle Casey, number 5, the DH. And batting ninth, number 19, Dylan Scalise, who's who's playing second base. And playing left field and not hitting today is number 7, Justin Wheeler. So as we said, Brennan Ezell on the bump today. Chargers lost a tough one last night to Weatherford after beating Tecumseh in a doubleheader. So look to get on top of things today with the first pitch. That one's high, though. Behind the plate is Jeff Murray today, the umpire. On the base paths and in the field, the umpire is Larry Biddle. Ground ball into the gap. Jack Blumenthal fields it from the grass, makes the easy throw over to Joe Wheeler, and we've got one down here at Stevenson Field. Bethany's rocking a very simple gray uniform today. Every player has the stirrups pulled up high, and the Chargers are in their traditional whites. The catcher squares run a bunt, but doesn't like the offering. High ball one. As always, Coach Seymour calls the pitches and relays them to the catcher. Catcher today is Campbell Kerr. One count, Chargers. Get your ones together. Defense playing straight up with the wind blowing out to right field. First breaking ball today we've seen from Brendan Ezell, and it goes for a called strike. Brennan's now pitched 23 and 2/3 innings this year. This is his third game that he started. And he's 3-0, or he's 3-1 with 2 saves. Another break ball. That one goes behind the catcher, Lovelace. 3-2-1 count. Take your hats off and offer some change now. Brennan out of the windup and the pitch. Foul tip back into the screen. So still 3-2 count. Brennan's only given up 9 hits this year in those 23 innings. And only 5 earned runs for a 1.5 ERA. That's his first walk of the afternoon and his 15th of the season. Here's some chatter from the Charger dugout as they thought that pitch was a pretty good one. So this will be the first time that Brennan Ezell's in the stretch as he's facing Tyler Broyles, the first baseman. Little late there on the swing, but that one's going to drop in. Foul. The wind carried that one across the line. It looked like it was going to drop in easy for a base hit as Dawson Evans couldn't quite catch it in time. Coach Draper's calling time so he can readdress his defense here. He wants Dawson to stay in between the flag and the scoreboard, and he's having Joe Buckendorf shift to the right side of second base. Joe Wheeler's holding on the runner at first. And a back pick from Campbell Kerr, not in time. Good idea, though. Campbell's aggressive with the throws, but he's not going to take any chances that aren't warranted. 1-1-1 count again. This time, though, Ezel's in the stretch. Broyles is pretty far up in the box as he awaits this offering. Inside fastball called strike, so 1-2 count now. As always, the Chargers are wanting to get ahead of the count and let their defense make plays. So we'll look for a ground ball and hopefully a double play here. Low ball outside. 2-2 count. As you said, it's senior day. We'll see 3 Chargers seniors in the lineup to begin with. Foul tip into the backstop. Caleb Gaffeller, the third senior, will be DHing for Joe Wheeler as he's been dealing with a knee issue his last half of the season. Another good breaking ball from Beazle as that one's fouled off again. Mixed up his timing there. It was fairly effective. Fairly conservative lead at first base in the pickoff attempt. No tag, though, from Joe. 2-2 count. Beazle gets a sign from Campbell. Doesn't like the first one, now he sets. Foul ball in onto the street, Alumni Drive. Not many lower schools running around as it's the weekend. Same lead from Lovelace at first. Beazle checks the runner, now the pitch. This same Texas leaguer, but this time not as short as Dawson makes the catch and gets the ball into Blumenthal for the second out of the inning. Going to see a lot of balls, I think, hit to right field today as the wind's pushing it that way. So now to the plate is the cleanup hitter and the pitcher, Jacob Dozier. Defense realigns to their more straight-up positions as Joe Buckendorf deepens in center field. First pitch breaking ball is outside. Beazle's first couple breaking balls, he got on top of it. That one, he let it get away from him. This one's popped up deep to left field as the freshman Blake Adams and Alex Fisher make a run for it. The wind's blowing it back into play. But Blake Adams makes the easy play in the left field, and that ends the inning. So no runs and no hits for the Bethany Broncos, only giving up the lone base runner on a walk. Couple announcements from our sponsors. We would like to thank Heim Orthodontics for sponsoring Charger Vision and giving so many Chargers something to smile about. Call 405-755-8151 or visit okcbraces.com on the web. If you would like your company to sponsor Charger Vision Crew, contact Luke Steelman at chargervision@heritagehall.com. Thank you to our official sponsor, the Steelman Clinic, where losing weight is a winning game. To get in the game, call 405-755-4600. All right, we'll get to the defensive alignment for the Bethany Broncos. As we said, the pitcher today is going to be Jacob Dozier, and behind the plate is going to be number 13, Jimmy Lovelace. At first base, Tyler Broyles. Playing second base is going to be number 19, Dylan Scalise. The shortstop, number 1, Blake Dunlap, who led off the inning with a ground out to Jack Blumenthal. Playing third base is going to be number 8, Chase Wetwiska. And left field, number 7, Justin Wheeler. We haven't seen him today because he's getting DH for. In center field, number 14, Taylor Thomas. And in right field, number 12, Kyle Duke. Now the lineup for the Chargers as announced by Coach Breck Draper. It's basically the same that we've seen the last couple games, and it's been successful for the Chargers. At the top, it's going to be number 14 and catcher, Campbell Kerr. Campbell's Mr. Do Everything, and he was our player of the game the last broadcast that we had against the Cassidy Cyclones. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Jack Blumenthal. Hitting third, number 17, Alex Fisher, a junior, and hitting cleanup, Number 25, the pitcher, Brennan Ezel. Those two, Fisher and Ezel, are going to be driving a lot of runs today, I hope. Hitting fifth, the center fielder, number 6, Joe Stretch Buckendorf. And in right field today is number 5, Dawson Evans. At shortstop, Roman Fansocker, the sophomore. Hitting eighth and DHing, number 55, Big Caleb Gefeller. And in left field, the freshman, number 3, Blake Adams. Look for the top of the lineup for the Chargers to take a lot of pitches and not swing at anything that they don't like and get on base for those big hitters in the middle of the lineup, the 3 and 4 hitters. The Chargers have played Bethany once already this year, and they won 13-3. They had 16 hits and scored 13 runs. They scored 9 runs in the top of the 7th inning as they played a couple Saturdays ago in Bethany. Campbell in that game was 1 for 2 with 1 strikeout. So the first pitch is a strike at the knees. So Dozier has gotten ahead of the count. Kind of bent over in his windup as he cocks it over the head, and then the delivery. Fouled over to the lower school. So 0-2 count early for Campbell. He'll have to protect the plate here. Shorten up his swing. Coach Draper coaches third, and Coach Seymour coaches first. Dozier lines up on the first base side of the rubber. High fastball. I haven't seen Campbell guess at one of those all year. So a wasted pitch from Dozier there. Count goes 1-2 as Jack Blumenthal receives the pass ball at the backstop. The 1-2 offering from Dozier. Breaking ball. Pretty good one there. Campbell strikes out to begin the inning for the Chargers. Little slider there from Dozier. Would have been called a strike no matter what. Campbell just missed it. So now batting is the second baseman, Jack Blumenthal. Senior, who'll be going to St. Edwards, our featured player for today. And he rips one to right field. Could get over the right fielder's head, but he camps underneath it. Thought the wind might have got it. So Jack was aggressive there and put it into right field. But right fielder didn't have to move much because it came right at him. So 2 outs now for the third batter, Alex Fisher. Fish is hitting a ridiculous .549 today. This season, I mean. Ball 1. He's been hit by a pitch 11 times, which leads the team by a large margin. He and Beazle both lead the team with 2 home runs and are tied with Roman Fansocker, who had 2 in one game a couple weeks ago, or last week, I guess it was. So 2-0 count. First time the Dozier's fallen behind like this. High, ball 3. Not going to look for Fisher to chase here and help out Dozier at all. Look like we'll be taken all the way here. And he is. Strike 1 down the pipe. It's a 3-1 count. Ball goes to the backstop as Fish jogs down to first base and takes a look and a little bit of a turn. And now batting the cleanup hitter, number 25, Brennan Ezel. Brennan's hitting .533. He's driven in 33 runs and has scored 18 runs. He's probably the best base runner that the Chargers have, as he leads the team with 17 stolen bases. The Broncos didn't use a courtesy runner, and the Chargers won't either unless there's 2 outs and Beazle gets to third base. But today he's pitching. So probably the 2 best runners the Chargers have are the 2 catchers they have, Campbell Kerr and Brennan Ezel. So Dozier's first pitch out of the stretch is a ball as Fisher gets a conservative lead, and there's a pickoff. No need for a slide as he's safe in there. The wind's whirling out in the outfield right now, as we can see some trash circulating by the 352 sign in right center. The 1-0 pitch. Beazle takes a pretty good cut, but just missed it as it goes right back to the back of the cage. So 1-1 count now. Beazle usually has his wrist tape as he's catching him today. Has to leave him untaped because he's pitching another pickoff move to first. Both teams today wearing New Balance cleats. So 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball called strike. Beazle wasn't looking for it, so we didn't waste a swing at it. Another breaking ball. This one's grounded in between third and second. It's going to be a third and short. It's going to be a base hit. So Fish and Beazle, the 3 and 4 hitters, are on base now for Joe Buckendorf. So the two guys we thought were going to get on base to set the table for the big guys got out quickly, and the two big guys got on base. So Joe Buckendorf, the Dell transfer in his first year at Heritage Hall, now batting the center fielder. Joe's had a no-hitter this year on the bump, as he's one of the main starting pitchers for the Chargers. First pitch called strike. Now the catcher, Jimmy Lovelace, will have a meeting with Dozier at the mound. Maybe change up the signs. Joe's hitting .393 on the season. He scored 29 runs. Excuse me, scored 18 runs and hit in 29 runs. So runners on first and second. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. So Dozier's been pretty effective with his breaking ball. And the Chargers haven't seemed to really be able to put much bat on the ball. Beazle muscled one into the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman, but other than that, Chargers have been somewhat fooled by it so far in this first inning. High leg kick and a wheel pick. No throw, though. No one's holding on Beazle at first, but the first baseman is kind of hugging the line. Backwards K there for Joe Buckendorf. So that'll end the inning. Chargers with 1 hit and 2 left on base, but no runs scored. We'll be right back after this quick commercial.
It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Right now. A new dawn for Oklahoma City professional sports. A new tradition on a proud sports landscape. Professional soccer has arrived. Are you ready?
Head on down to the Charger Corner to buy your latest in-school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4. And don't come Saturday and Sunday, because we won't be there.
I think it was. Welcome back, Charger fans. So 1 hit and no runs for the Chargers as we end the inning on a backwards K that looked like a pitch that was on the outside corner. So Chargers played 2 games yesterday, one against Tecumseh in a win and one against Weatherford in a loss. So on the season, they played Weatherford twice, beat them once, and lost to them once. Shadows are creeping over the left field fence as left fielder Blake Adams is completely engulfed by them, and they're creeping on to the infield and into center field. Lights will probably be turned on after this half inning. Taylor Thomas was backing out of the box there as that pitch was delivered. 0-1 count as Beasel's back on the mound. Late swing, easy play for Blumenthal at second, and the Chargers throw it around after the first out of the inning. So both first outs of the first and second inning have both gone to Jack Blumenthal, and he's handled them well. So now batting is the third baseman, number 8, Chase Wetwiska. And he watches the first pitch go by for a called strike. Beazle works very quickly as that breaking ball sails high. We've seen 2 of those today. Hasn't gone on top of it. So 1-1-1 count. Get your ones ready. Beazle's working so quickly that home plate umpire Jeff Murray called time. So that pitch won't count even though it went in for a strike. So 1-1 count. Fastball. This one's poked into right field again. So we've seen a lot of the same from the Bethany Broncos, either ground out to Jack Blumenthal or a high fly ball into the wind to Dawson Evans. The last time the Chargers played the Broncos, Beazle was clocked in between pitches at 6 seconds, and their pitcher was clocked in between pitches at 26 seconds. So we're going to see a lot of quick pitches here from Beazle as that ball is fouled towards the middle school. 0-1 count now to Kyle Duke, the right fielder. Off-speed pitch. Tips, but Campbell caught it. Doesn't matter, though, as it's an 0-2 count either way. Looking for an outside fastball here. That one's high and outside. 1-2 count. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Trying to see if Kyle Duke would have chased there. Fastball's ripped in between left field and center field. That's going to be a double, possibly a triple. As Joe Buckendorf goes into the warning track to recover it, there's going to be a double cut and a throw and a play at third base, but the throw is offline. So Kyle Duke slides into the third base for a triple. First hit of the day for the Broncos. Beazle got ahead 0-2, then gave up a triple there as that ball sailed to the fence. So now up to bat is number 5, the DH Kyle Casey. Bethany rocks a matte purple helmet as the Chargers rock a blue matte helmet. Another first pitch strike from Beazle as he hops right back onto the mound in a stretch. Defense is playing basically the same with the runner on third. A high leg kick. And there's that off-speed pitch that he got on top of for a called second strike. And again, there he is, right back on the mound. Campbell setting up outside. Takes some pine meat. First strikeout of the day for Beazle. So 1 hit and a runner left on third base, but no damage done as Beazle comes back with a 3-pitch strikeout to end the inning. First strikeout and the first meat sign that we've seen today. Pretty good maturity shown there from Beazle as he gives up a pretty well-hit triple after getting ahead 0-2 and then comes right back. Pumps 3 straight strikes in there for a strikeout. Backwards K at that. Charger Vision would like to thank official sponsor RS Fuel Convenience Store. Make a pit stop on the south side of Memorial Road between Portland and May Avenue. High-performance fuel for your car and for you. A huge thank you to Fields & Futures for supporting Charger Vision. Check them out online at fieldsandfutures.com to find out how they're empowering coaches and kids to be something bigger than themselves. Fields & Futures, igniting success, one field, one coach, and one student at a time. The Heritage Hall soccer teams are dominating the 2015 season on the pitch. Coach Riley's boys are 10-1 this year with 73 goals scored to only 10 allowed. The girls team, coached by Coach Brewster, are 10-1 with only 60 goals scored and 12 allowed. district showdowns in soccer come up next week. So now we have batter Dawson Evans, the right fielder, up to plate. Dawson, as he usually does, rocks the no-glove look. And he scores around the bunt, but it's lined right back to the pitcher for an easy catch and out. Dawson there was trying to utilize his speed and the depth of the third baseman to possibly get on base, but didn't get on top of the bunt as it was lined back to the pitcher. So Roman Fansaugern out to bat. Strike breaking ball called. Roman had a 7 RBI game last week as he had a grand slam and a 2-run home run. And he rips one right back up the middle for a single to get the Chargers started here in the bottom of the second. He's been pretty hot lately, and it shows there as he rips a single up the middle. So now hitting is number 55, Caleb Gefeller. Caleb has pitched a little bit for the Chargers as he started our last game against the Cyclones on Charger Vision. But when he's batting, he usually DHs for one of the freshmen or for Joe recently as his knee has been bothering him. Roman breaks, and it's a low ball into the dirt. Throws right on time, though, and he's gunned out at second. Great throw there from the catcher, Lovelace, as I thought he was going to have a good chance as the ball's in the dirt. So 2 outs now, as that ball was called a ball. Chargers are always going to be aggressive. High fastball at his eyes that he swung and missed at. It goes all the way to the backstop. Caleb's hitting .289 on the season. And the .250 senior has a stolen base on the season. So 1-1 count now as Dozier goes back to the windup. Another ball high. Trying to take advantage of Caleb's aggressive swing in the previous pitch. Caleb is one of 5 Chargers to home run as that ball's fouled off the plate. So 2-2 count with 2 outs, so get your twos ready, Charger fans. He's only had 55 plate appearances on the season, but he does have double-digit strikeouts. Breaking ball got high and away from Dozier. It's a 3-2 count, and we'll see Dozier's first payoff pitch of the day. The windup in the kick and the pitch. Go. Swing and a miss. Ball goes to the backstop. Caleb wasn't prepared. So he's thrown out at first for the 3rd out and final out. So the Chargers have 1 hit, but thrown out at second. No damage done, so we go the top of the 3rd with no outs.
We don't just certify our pre-owned vehicles. We inspect, analyze, and recondition each one until it's nothing short of a genuine certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz for the next new owner. Available only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Visit today for exceptional offers.
Welcome back. Dylan Scouse is in the plate. First pitch at the numbers. Too high for umpire Jeff Murray's taste, though. It's called a ball. Another fly ball to Dawson Evans as he camps underneath it for the first out of the inning. Dawson's had a lot of action early. figures to stay that way as the wind is blowing right at it in his face. So now batting is the leadoff, number 1, Blake Dunlap. He watches the first pitch blow by him. High breaking ball for a ball. 1-1 count with 1 out. So 1's on top of your cap. Fastball. No chance for Dunlap there. 1-2 count now. Beazle shakes off 2 signs. He's got a chance here for Campbell. But out of play as it bounces right behind the Bethany dugout and takes a car as a prisoner. So 1-2 count. Still as Beazle gets back on the mound. Blake Dunlap is extremely late on these pitches. So look for a fastball here as he has no chance with it. Grounded right back to Beazle. He's going to have a play at first. Good throw and catch for the second out of the inning as the Chargers throw it right around. So now up is Jimmy Lovelace, who in his first at-bat had a walk. Only walk today surrendered by Beazle. Strike 1. Seen a lot of strike 1 today from Beazle. Strike 2. I really enjoy Beazle's quick work ethic. Ground ball to Fisher at third. Step and throw. See you later. 3 outs. No runs, no hits. So Chargers remain effortless on the defensive end. And they've been playing great defense the last couple weeks. Charger Vision would like to thank 77 Energy for supporting the Charger Vision program. Visit them on the web at 77nrg.com to learn more about their oil field services. The Charger Campus Store has all the clothing and accessories you need to show your Charger pride. And did you know that everything that you spend at the store goes directly to teachers, classrooms, and programs like Charger Vision? Store hours are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on school days. We would like to congratulate state champion basketball player Chris Hamilton and coach Chris Hamilton, his father, on being named to the Little All-City first team. Yesterday, both Chris and Madison Moore of the girls basketball team signed official letters of intent to play basketball on full scholarship for the Redlands Community Colleges next year. So congratulations to those 2 basketballers. Chargers are in line to secure quite a few team state championships to go along with a couple individual state championships this year. We saw volleyball and football in the fall. Then we saw a couple individuals in wrestling, quite a few in wrestling, girls swimming. And then men's basketball took it this winter. Both tennis teams have a chance to take the state championship, as if you haven't seen the new facilities at the tennis courts, you should check it out, as they had their senior day today. Track team has a good chance, and this baseball team has a good chance to compete for a state championship, as they will likely host their own regional the weekend of May 4th. So now batting is the 9-hole hitter, freshman left fielder Blake Adams. And he rips one into left field. Foul, though. So Chargers have been aggressive early and haven't let Dozier take advantage of him. So Blake just missed it there. Blake's hitting .262 on the season. But is, like we saw right there, hit the ball very hard. Most of the time, though, recently he's been hitting it right at somebody. So he swing and misses there at the off-speed offering. Dozier's back on the mound, ready to deliver the 0-2 count pitch. Fastball, and Blake rips it over the second baseman's head into the gap between center and right field. And there's the Chargers' third hit of the afternoon. First time, though, however, today that we've had a hit and a runner on base with 0 outs. So we'll see what the top of the order can do here as Campbell Kerr comes back to the plate after he struck out the first at bat. Campbell plays quite a few positions as he has 3 gloves and he tries to bunt there. Great bunt. It bounced off the plate. Catcher couldn't find it as it hit him in the back. So what was meant to be a sacrifice turns into being a base hit single. But Grant Ledbetter, the Bethany coach, is going to try to have a conversation with the infield umpire. Ledbetter, I'm assuming, is saying that it hit the batter while he was in the base path or when he was running, so he's hoping for him to be out. But at this point in the conversation, I don't see how he's going to try to convince umpire Murray to change his decision. So what was supposed to be an attempt to sacrifice turns into an infield hit, and the Chargers have runners on first and second with no outs, and with the 2-hole hitter Jack Blumenthal up to plate. Both Blake and Campbell are good runners as they both play football and are aggressive on the base paths. He squared on a bunt. There's a pickoff attempt at second. Slow move there from Dozier as Adams took a while to get back, but he slid back in time. Shortstop Blake Dunlap is giving signals to the pitcher on, I guess, who would be covering if there was a pickoff attempt. He dekes, but he jumps back into position. Blumenthal stabs at the bunt attempt and doesn't connect. Catcher Jimmy Lovelace will get defensive assignments. Third baseman Chase Wetwiska playing in the dirt, as it will look like Dozier will cover the third baseline and first baseman will play. Blumenthal stabs again at the bunt attempt. Looks like he's trying to deaden it, but it would seem like Draper would rather him just get it on the grass as he's trying to sacrifice himself anyways. Draper isn't afraid to call a 2-strike bunt, as he did last game that we televised against Cassidy. And he will square around a bunt, and Blake is caught in a pickle, but he'll get back to second base. Will move there, will play from Bethany. Got the freshman Blake Adams confused. Dozier paused his stretch and leg attempt there. So no harm done. Still runners on first and second. And we'll see if the wheel play has continued to be on or if Jack Blumenthal, he's in the front of the box. Catcher Lovelace calls time again to give defensive alignment. So second base and shortstop are deking Adams at second shortstop. They're doing the wheel play again. This time they pick back as Blake does not get off the bag. I don't know if they know Blake is a freshman, but they sure are picking on him. So Dozier digs back into the rubber. And Blumenthal readies himself for another bunt attempt. Wheel play again. No one covering at second, however. And he stabs at it again, but this time he misses. So Blumenthal can't get a bunt down in 3 chances, as it looked like he was stabbing at it each time. But luckily for the Chargers, they have the meat of the lineup coming up with Alec Fisher. He walked in the first inning and was the Chargers' first base runner. Shortstop Blake Dunlap creeping behind Blake Adams. Fisher takes a good cut, but this one's fouled into the screen. Chargers are aggressive early in each at-bat that they've had. So in 2 bunting attempts, the Chargers really haven't done the job that they were set out to do. First one, however, though, resulted in a base hit. Second one in a strikeout. Breaking ball low, but blocked by Lovelace. So 1-1 count. Again, Chargers, get your ones on your caps. Deacon again on Adams. And Fisher golfs one into right field. Wynn's going to blow it foul. Pretty good attempt there from the right fielder, but the Chargers were ready to tag. So a long strike takes the count to 1-2. Both Fisher and Ezell, they can golf a couple balls into the outfield. They don't really need to hit it on the sweet spot. They're strong enough to hit it into the outfield or muscle it for a base hit, as we saw Ezell do in the first inning on the off-speed pitch. 1-2 count in the stretch. Foul to Coach Draper, and he makes a play, but he's going to throw the ball back in the dugout as it has a couple scuff marks on it. Chargers have had 4 hits today, but haven't been able to plate any runners as they were thrown out in the last inning on a steal attempt. Beazle went fishing there on the off-speed pitch, and he swung and missed. So 2 outs now for the cleanup hitter, Brendan Ezell, and the pitcher. So he's got a couple ducks in the pond here and a chance to raise his RBIs from 33 to 35 because both these runners can get on a horse. Beazle singled in between the third and shortstop in the bottom of the first, so he's 1-1. Swing and a miss as Beazle smiles back at Dozier. Like we said, a lot of alumni here in attendance in anticipation for the first ever alumni game tomorrow morning. Fouled back into the padding. 0-2 count. If you're listening or watching and you played baseball at Heritage Hall, please come tomorrow and enjoy the festivities. Another fisted ground ball to the third baseman, and he's going to be safe because the throw's going to be offline and in the dirt, and Blake Adams is going to run past third and score. So good things happen when the Chargers put the ball in play. Now we're going to have our first courtesy runner. And we're going to see our 4th senior on the afternoon, Max Turntine, number 15. So because Beazle's a pitcher, he can have a courtesy runner and come back into the game and pitch. It was called a hit here at Stevenson Field. Home field advantage, I guess. So Beazle's now 2 for 2 with 2 infield singles. Or an infield single and a single that went in between the third baseman and shortstop. Adams capitalized on the third baseman gathering the ball and making the errant throw as he rounded third and crossed the plate. But Campbell only advanced 90 feet, so there's runners on first and second. Strike 1 to Buckendorf. He struck out in the first inning on a questionable call. Fouled into the screen. 0-2 count now for Buckendorf. Likely to see an off-speed pitch here. But a back pick. That move has fooled the Chargers a couple times. But it's a slow move. So I guess it freezes the Chargers. Campbell Kerr is up frustrated with himself, but he also got hit with the ball in the rib cage. But you won't see him rub it off, as he's one of the tougher Chargers. He gathers another lead. But it was a high fastball instead of a curveball. And that one's roped into center field. Runners advance only 90 feet, but Campbell Kerr comes from second base to score the second run of the inning for the Chargers. So Chargers have been aggressive early with the bats, and it's paid off. That was the fourth hit of the inning. And now we're going to have a conversation at the mound. All three Chargers, the Max Turntine at second base, Joe Buckendorf at first, and Dawson Evans, the hitter, and Roman Fansocker, the on-base batter, will gather with Coach Draper. As Ledbetter visits with Lovelace and Dozier at the mound. I'm assuming what the conversation is that there's been a couple pitches that Dozier and plays in the field that Dozier couldn't really control. So to keep going what he's doing, because the Chargers have been lucky with the infield single by Kerr and then the infield hit from Beazle, which very easily could have been called an error, and he could have been called out if the throw was not errant and wide for the first baseman, Broyles. So Dawson Evans back to the plate. After he lined a bunt back to Dozier in the second. He won't square around to bunt this time with 2 outs, and he takes a cut, chop to the third baseman, and he'll take the easy play and tag third by himself. So Chargers get 4 hits and 2 runs and now lead 2-0 after 3 innings. We'll be right back after this.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
This game is brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop, Texadelphia Social Grill, Energy FC Soccer, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, 77 Energy, and Spartan College.
That's the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's a ball outside as the first baseman, Tyler Broyles, is back up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 and flew out to right fielder Dawson Evans. Chopper to third. Fisher fields it in between the field and throws it over to Joe Wheeler for the first out of the inning. Chargers continue to play flawless defense. And Beazle makes quick work of the Broncos. So the scoreboard reads 6 hits for the Chargers, but the official scorekeeper in the dugout gave Beazle's hit in the third an error on the third baseman. So the Chargers have 5 hits. Ball 2 is low. Broyles is 0 for 1. Or excuse me, Dozier is 0 for 1. The 2-1 count now. So 3-1 count now as Beasel's approaching 45 pitches on the afternoon. Ball outside. So that's Beasel's second walk of the afternoon and Dozier's first time at bat. Now hitting is center fielder number 14, Taylor Thomas. Coach Draper shifting the defense and the outfielders right a couple steps, or their own left. Short lead at first, and the first pitch to Thomas is high. So 1-0 count. Lights are on now here at Stevenson Field. Not a cloud overhanging. Strike one. So 1-1 count. Strike two at the knees. Infield playing double play depth up the middle. This one's flied out to Buckendorf. Can of corn for him. So 2 outs now as Chase Wetwiska approaches the plate, excuse me. So 2 outs now as Beasel's now thrown 50 pitches. Foul ball over the stands and out of play.
Yeah, it's by the camera back. It's black. It feels like a rain jacket.
Grounded up the middle to Roman Fansoccer, and he takes the easy play and touches second for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs and no hits. 1 left on base for the Broncos, and they remain scoreless through 4 innings. If your company would like to sponsor our Charger Vision crew, please contact Luke Steelman at chargervision@heritagehall.com. We would like to thank Heim Orthodontics for sponsoring Charger Vision and giving so many Chargers something to smile about. Call 405-755-8151 or visit OKCbraces.com. Charger tennis is having a great season so far. The boys team is especially in a rhythm lately. They were Constellation champions at the Detco Turf National Tournament, and they recorded the first place finish in the Heritage Hall Tournament of Champions, and then a first place tournament in the Ada Tournament last weekend. The girls squad placed 3rd at Ada and swept OCS and Crossings in a recent triad. The teams are in action tonight in that senior night action with the triad with McGinnis and Carl Albert. So as we were saying, alumni weekend this weekend. Tomorrow morning, the alumni will be playing a mixture of the JV and varsity teams. So if you'd like to come out, take a couple hacks, field a couple ground balls, please join us at 8 a.m. in the morning for registration and then 9 for a home run derby. So Rowan Fansoccer, who's 1 for 1 today, is back up to the plate. He had a single in the second, but was thrown out trying to steal. Roman's been very hot lately, as we said. He doesn't like the first off-speed pitch, and it's called a strike. Low breaking ball there, called for a strike. I'd tell Roman to spit on that one. So the windup in the 0-2 pitch. Fastball at the numbers, but outside. So 1-2 count now as Dozier readies the windup. That breaking ball is outside. So 2-2 count now for number 2, Roman Fansacher. The windup in the delivery. Fastball outside. So all the fastballs have missed the zone in this at bat, and the breaking balls, or excuse me, 2 fastballs have missed, and 2 breaking balls have connected as Roman fouls one back. 75% of first pitch 3-2 counts are fouled off. I don't know if that's an actual stat or if that's just set around places. But Roman fouled it off there. Breaking ball low. So Roman's on base for the second time today. And now up to the plate is the DH 55, Caleb Gefeller. Caleb took some pretty good hacks in his last at-bat, and he squares around a bunt here. And he fouls one off over the stands. So Chargers have tried to bunt 3 times and haven't been successful in their sacrifice attempts. Coach Draper gives the signs again. Don't see many 250-pound DHs bunting. But no one's safe from it here in the Charger lineup as Caleb squares around again. Third baseman Chase Wetwisco was charging hard. So now maybe a slap play can be in effect as Caleb might fake the bunt and square around to hit. He is going to square. And he's going to lay it down, but this one foul. Maybe got a little too cute there as he tried to poke it to the first baseman when all he needs to do there is just get it in fair territory. So, like we said, Chargers aren't afraid to bunt with 2 strikes, and we'll see if they try to do it here. The reason some people wouldn't is if you foul off an 0-2 or a 2-strike bunt, you're out. And there it is. So he fouls out on the 0-2 bunt attempt. I'm assuming tomorrow morning when the Charger alumni get here at 8, Charger hitters will be here way before practicing their bunting. So Fansacher still at first base. Now Blake Adams up to the plate. Blake's 1 for 1 and he scored a run after he got a base hit to right field. He rips another one into right field. This time he took advantage of the second baseman trying to cover second as Roman Fansacher looked to be in a hit-and-run play. Worked to perfection as the Chargers now have runners on the corner. So Adams, the freshman, is 2 for 2 today. As we see Coach Casey Brown bringing balls to to umpire Jeff Murray. So now a leadoff hitter, Campbell Kerr, up to the plate as Jimmy Lovelace gives defensive assignments with the runners on first and third. Chargers running multiple plays when there's runners on first and third. Delayed steal isn't out of the question here. A pickoff attempt, third to first move, and no throw to first. Chargers weren't fooled. Excuse me. Slide step there from Dozier, and it was a delayed steal as Adams is caught into a rundown, and Fansacher takes home plate, and safe is without slide. Coach Draper isn't going to be very happy that Fanstalker didn't slide, but he scores the run anyway, as Blake Adams got into the pickle just like he was asked to on the delayed steal. So 2 outs now. Bases are cleared as the Chargers now lead 3-0. Campbell laces one on the ground up the line to the first baseman. He'll touch it for the 3rd out of the inning. So Chargers score one run and now lead 3-0 going into the top of the 5th inning. We'll be right back after this.
It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Right now. A new dawn for Oklahoma City professional sports. A new tradition on a proud sports landscape. Professional soccer has arrived. Are you ready?
Head on down to the Charger Corner to buy your latest in-school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4. And don't come Saturday and Sunday because we won't be there.
Welcome back to Stevenson Field. We're waiting on the catcher, Campbell Kerr, to get ready. Quite a few fans here for senior night. Grayson Wilson, the freshman catcher, didn't come out for warm-up pitches, so Campbell will ready Brennan Ezel now. Coach Draper came by in the middle of that half inning to remind us of his displeasure with not sliding it home there, as the play at the plate was fairly close for Roman Fanstalker. So now hitting for the Broncos, number 12, the right fielder Kyle Duke. Duke is 1 for 1. A lone hit for the Broncos as he had a triple. Strike one to open up the top of the 5th. This game is moving fairly quickly, as some of our last games have creeped over the 2.5 hour mark. 0-2 count now for Duke. Same situation he was in the last time when he had the triple. Ball high on the fastball. Is the exact same situation that he was in when he hit the triple to left center. We'll see if Beazle can take care of him here. Grounded back up the middle. So Duke is 2 for 2 today after falling behind 0-2 on both of his at-bats. He has both hits for the Broncos as Kyle Casey, the DH number 5, comes to the plate. Showing bunt here, and he pops it up. There's going to be a double play here, easy, as Duke is going to second no matter what. He's a little confused here as he didn't understand that the ball was popped up. It's a good play there from the athletic pitcher, who's usually making those plays from behind the plate. So the first double play there for the Chargers, and the bases are cleared as we're back to the bottom of the lineup, and Dylan Scalise. So Duke's 2 hits have ended up in nothing for him, as he hasn't scored a run, and neither have the Broncos. Fouled back. Beazle has a very efficient game going on as he surrenders a single there to center field. So the 3 hits for the Broncos have come from the 7 and 9 position as we're back to the leadoff Blake Dunlap. Dunlap's 0 for 2 and hasn't looked like he's been very comfortable in the batter's box while facing Beazle. He tries a bunt, and he lines it right back to Beazle for the 3rd out of the inning. So Beazle makes all 3 outs of the inning, and Dunlap isn't very happy. So 1 hit and 1 left on base. Or we had 2 hits, I guess. 2 hits and 1 left on base after the double play. No runs scored as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Charger Corner Campus store has all the clothing and accessories you need to show your Charger pride. And did you know that everything you spend at the store goes directly to teachers, classrooms, and programs like Charger Vision? Store hours are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on school days. We'd like to thank 77 Energy for supporting the Charger Vision program. Visit them on the web at 77nrg.com to learn more about their oil field services. Congrats to the debaters, Deverant, Dave, and Michael Mandanis, who finished an outstanding season with a 3rd-place finish in the 6A Policy Division at the OSSAA State Debate Championships. The pair went undefeated in the preliminary rounds before losing a 2-1 decision to a senior team from the Jinx in the semis. The dynamic duo will compete at Nationals in June. So now batting for the Chargers is the 2-hole hitter, Jack Blumenthal, who's 0 for 2 on the day. One of 5 Chargers that are hitless. Coach Seymour's a little late to getting to first base. The first pitch is a ball to Blumenthal. Ball 2. Jimmy Lovelace wasn't too happy about that. He thought it cut the corner. And Blumenthal rips one over the 3rd baseman's head to left field. And he gets his first hit of the day, and the Chargers' 7th. So now we're getting the heart of the lineup as Alex Fisher comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with 1 walk today. Not really looking for him to bunt. But you never know with Coach Draper. He isn't, but that pitch is called a strike. Jack has 19 stolen bases, which leads the team. He's overtaken Beazle as a steals leader. But he's not running here. But he will go on the pass ball. So now runner in scoring position for the 3-hole hitter, Alex Fisher. 1-1 count now for Fish. Second base and shortstop Deacon Blumenthal at second as he takes his lead. High kick and the pitch. This one's golfed into right field. It's going to be a tough play for anybody, and it drops down for a single. And Blumenthal's rounding third. No play and no throw, so he's going to score easily on the RBI single from Alex Fisher. So Chargers have scored in the last 3 innings and now lead 4-0. So now the pitcher and cleanup hitter, Beazle, steps into plate, the runner on first base. He takes a big cut but misses that one for strike 1. Short lead for Fish at first. Beasel's third ground ball to the left side of the infield. Fielder's choice at second base. So that's the first out of the inning. And Beazle will stay in to run this time. Joe Buckendorf, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI, steps into the plate. Beazle has a good lead at first. Buck fouls one back into the netting, and Dawson hurries to retrieve it. Look for Beazle to run here with the possibility of a breaking ball. He isn't running, and there is not a breaking ball, so I was wrong on both accounts. 1-1 count with 1 out now. Middle infield's playing a double play depth. No runner. Ball low. Temperature's starting to drop here as the sun goes down and the wind continues to howl. There is a runner this time. Good jump, but a great throw again. But good slide there from Beazle as he's safe. So Lovelace has made 2 good throws on the Charger runners that have attempted to steal second. Seems like the Chargers are getting good jumps, but I think the speed of Dozier's pitches, as well as the hand-eye coordination and throw from Lovelace, have been pretty impressive. A good slide there from Beazle. So now 1 out, 2-2 count with Beazle on second base. Off-speed pitch, low and outside. So 3-2-1 count. Beg for some change here, Chargers. And the payoff pitch soon coming as Beazle gets a lead from second. Fouls it off. So another foul ball in the first 3-2 count pitch. I think my statistic is faring pretty well if the percentages are not even higher. So Buck readies himself for the second 3-2 offering. Breaking ball, another backwards K for Buck. His second of the afternoon. So 2 outs now for Dawson Evans. As Max Turntine has a helmet on in the dugout. Possibly ready himself to courtesy run for the pitcher or even a pinch hit opportunity. High fastball, ball 1. Dawson's only been hit by 3 pitches, but he scored 21 runs this year and driven in 19 runs. He's hitting just over 300 on the season. Beazle stealing third. Throw is late and it bounced away from the third baseman, and Beazle's going to score easily. So the aggressive base running by the Chargers benefits them again as he steals third and then capitalizes on the errant throw. So 5-0 now as Grant Ledbetter, the head coach for the Bethany Broncos, is going to gather the entire infield and discuss the situation with Dozier. So 1-1 count whenever the meeting commences for Dawson Evans. And it does look like Max is going to get a bat and possibly pinch hit for DH Caleb Gefeller. So Jeff Murray doesn't make his way all the way out to the mound to interrupt the meeting as the Broncos head back to their respective positions. So Dawson Evans will have a 1-1 count and clear bases for him as Dozier goes back into the wind-up position. Ball inside. Ball outside. It looks like the catcher and pitcher got crossed up there as Lovelace was expecting maybe an off-speed pitch. It's a 3-1 count. And it hits Dawson in the hip, and he isn't very happy about it. With 3 balls, Dozier took the easy way out and plunked him. Doesn't go against his walks for the season, as it's marked down as a hit by pitch. So Roman Fansacher, one of the hotter hitting Chargers, is up to the plate now, as Dozier will have to go back to the stretch with Evans leading off first base. Another rip from Fansacher as he hits it in the gap between left and center. At 4 hops the wall, and Dawson Evans is going to be up easy, scoring from first, and Roman Fansacher gets his double. The Chargers are capitalizing now and get their 3rd run of the inning as they lead 6-0. So now we're going to see Max Turntine hit, pitch hitting for Caleb Gefeller. Max has already appeared in this game once as a courtesy runner, but will now hit. Max has had 1 plate appearance this year, but has scored 6 runs as a courtesy runner. Max can't really play in the field as he has had quite a few shoulder injuries in football, and it limits his ability to throw. But he can still swing a bat. So we'll see what he can do with 2 outs and Roman Fansacher on second base. Off-speed pitch that Max wasn't prepared for. So he swung on top of it for strike 1. If I were Max, I'd be looking straight fastball and fastball only. Try to hit one into the wind turbine. Going to right field. Another off-speed pitch and another swing and a miss. I think Max is going to see his 3rd one of the at-bat right here, and we'll see if he can make a better situation than what he had the first 2 times. He's back in the box with his front foot in the middle of the plate. Looks like it's going to be a high fastball, and it is right down the pipe for a backwards K. The Chargers score 3 runs there and leave Roman Fansacher stranded at second base. They lead 6-0 after 5 innings. We'll be right back after this break.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
This game is brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Texadelphia Social Grill, Energy FC Soccer, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, 77 Energy, and Spartan College.
So we're seeing our final senior into the game as Jake Rainbolt is now on the bump. Crafty left-hander who's appeared in 5 games and pitched 7 2/3 innings. Going to see a lot of off-speed pitches from the lefty. He's going to have a task ahead of him as we're going to be at the heart of the lineup for the Broncos as the 2-hole hitter Jimmy Lovelace now approaches the plate. Jimmy's 0 for 1 but has 1 walk. Chargers institute a shift on defense now as the third baseman, Fish, is hugging the line. And Roman Fanstalker is in the hole as Jack Blumenthal's moved over from second base to the left side of second base, from his normal second base position to the left side of second base, more like double play depth for a shortstop. And Joe Wheeler has moved over from the line towards in between second base and first base. There's Jake's first strike. So that was the only defensive change there for the Chargers, as I would assume Beazle would come back into the game at some point to hit or to re-enter as a pitcher. Ball 3 in the dirt there. Ball low. So we're going to have a little discussion here between Kerr and Rainbolt as the 3-hole hitter Tyler Broyles approaches the plate. So expect to see a pickoff move here from Rainbolt at some point as he's a lefty. Campbell faked a back pick there as Lovelace creeped a little too far for his liking. Defense was shift still a little bit as that ball's ripped to the right side of second base. And the throw here from Dawson Evans is going to have a chance as Lovelace goes from first to third. So now the Broncos are going to have runners on second and third with no outs here. So Jacob Dozier, the pitcher and cleanup hitter, up to bat with 2 ducks on a pond. Like to see Jake get ahead early here, maybe get a ground ball. Coach Draper shifting Joe Buckendorf a little bit to his own right. Ball outside after Jake stepped off the rubber the first time. This one's ripped to Blake Adams in left field. 1 run will score, and there'll be runners on first and third now. So Chargers still lead 6-1. They're going to have a chance for a double play here. As Taylor Thomas, the center fielder, is now batting. Campbell Kerr will give the defensive assignments with the runners on the corners here. And Jack Blumenthal and Rowan Fanstalker will share their own signs together to determine who will cover second base if there's a steal. Swing, and this one's popped in the left field, and Blake Adams is approaching the wall, and he dropped it. But the runners were tagging, so they only approach one base each. But that'll score a run. So now runners on second and first, nobody out, and Coach Draper will visit with Jake. Would have been a great opportunity there to get Jake into a rhythm and get an out there. But instead, run scores, and we'll have runners on second and first. So Jake will come out of the game after surrendering 2 runs, one of which wasn't his fault, and he'll be greeted in the dugout by his teammates. Would have liked to get some help there from freshman left fielder Blake Adams, but Chargers still lead, and Brandon Zell will come back into the play. Into the game. I'm sure he'll get a couple warm-up tosses to get used to the rubber again, and then we'll get right back into the action. While we have a couple seconds, golf was in full swing here at Heritage Hall. Recently at the 4A Golf Preview held at Lake Hefner North, Coach Andy Bogart's Chargers took first place with a team score of 292. The individual scores, Bo Turntine with a 68 took first, Blake Brigham with a 72 took tied for fourth, and Tripp Harris and Carson Sparkman both shot 76, while Andrew McDonald shot a 78. The 4A regional tournament is a week from this Monday. While the varsity team was at Lake Hefner North in the 4A preview, the JV team was at the Putnam City North preview or tournament, and they took first place in that as well. So Beazle will come back into the game with runners on second and first and nobody out. Number 8, Chase Witwiska, the third baseman, up to the plate. Ball low for Beazle's first pitch in his second appearance today. Strike one there from Beazle. So hopefully he can get back into his rhythm that he had going into the 6th inning before being replaced by Jake Rainbold, the senior. Like we said, tonight's senior night, and now all 5 seniors have made an appearance. Breaking ball there, good one for strike 2. Well, Beazle's gotten on top of his breaking pitch. It's been extremely effective, as not many Broncos have been able to handle it. Chase asked for time there because Beazle's been working quickly. But the 1-2 offering out of the stretch. And he's jammed inside. Easy play for Joe Wheeler at first, and he's going to touch it for the first out of the inning. So Beazle comes in and gets the first out of the inning, but the runners move ahead to second and third base as the DH, Kyle Casey, comes up to plate. Or excuse me, Kyle Duke, the right fielder. And the Chargers are going to intentionally walk Kyle Duke to load the bases and get to the DH, Kyle Casey. Duke's been the hot hitter for the Broncos as he has 2 of the 5 hits, a triple and a single. So we're going to take the bat out of his hands for the opportunity to roll a double play and get out of the inning, only giving up 2. Kyle Casey is 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout today. Beazle's been very effective, only throwing 65 pitches in these 5 and a third innings. Campbell's going to set outside here. Fastball, maybe just a 2-bit outside, but it's right at the knees. So ball 1. Again, Chargers intentionally walked Kyle Duke to get to the DH. Swing and a miss there for strike 1, and now we have all ones across the board because Kyle Duke has been really the only one of damage before this inning for the Broncos, as he had a triple and a single. Breaking ball. Ooh. Maybe fooled the umpire there. But 2-1 count now. Good frame job there from Campbell. As that ball was a little low, but he framed it perfectly right at the knee. So 2-2 count now. As Duke steps back, Casey steps back into the box. Swing and a miss. Takes some pine meat. Dropped. But it won't matter because they can't advance because there's a runner on first already. So 2 outs now. Now the runners can't advance on a drop third strike because there's 2 outs. We have the 9-hole hitter now, Dylan Scalise, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He asks for time and steps out to gather himself. Wind now shifting a little bit towards center field. And as I say that, it whirls back into right. Strike 1 from Beazle. He's been really impressive tonight. 2 runs won't be accounted to him as Jake Raymond came in to replace him. But only 1 of those will be Jake's responsibility as there's an error. This ball's ripped up the middle. Fansoccer gathers it after tripping a little bit, touches second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So after giving up 2, Chargers rally and limit the damage to that after loading the bases. And we'll be going to the bottom of the 6th with the score 6-2. So if Chargers can score 4 runs here, the game will be over. As per the run rule rules in Oklahoma baseball. I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. Thanks to the Steelman Clinic, where you can lose weight, or losing weight is a winning game. To get in the game, call 405-755-4600. Charger Vision would like to thank official sponsor RS Fuel Convenience Store. Make a pit stop on the south side of Memorial Road between Portland and May Avenue. High performance fuel for your car and for you. And finally, a huge thank you to Fields and Futures for supporting Charger Vision. Check them out online at fieldsandfutures.com to find out how they're empowering coaches and kids to be something bigger than themselves. Fields and Futures, igniting success, one field, one coach, and one student at a time. So we'll be at the bottom of the lineup here with Blake Adams. He's 2 for 2 today. We'll hopefully get a rally started here for the Chargers to get back some of the runs they gave up in the top of the 6th. Dozier still in for the Broncos. And that off-speed pitch is high for ball 1. Tipped, and we got Jeff Murray. Who got clipped by that foul ball in a sensitive area. As Heritage Hall trainer Joe Waldron, had a little brain fart there. Out to attend. While we've got a time and a pause in action, we'd like to thank 77 Energy for supporting the Charger Vision program. Visit them on the web at 77NRG.com to learn more about their official oil field services. If you're looking for something to do on campus this weekend featuring more than 100 talented students of all ages, the Spring Review will offer something for everyone, from jazz to funk to pop to rock. The show times are Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. The tickets are $10 in the Howard Theater in the middle school. So 1-1 count now. We're back in action. As our tent here is moving around with the wind howling. Breaking ball fisted to the second baseman, and he bobbles it, and the ball goes past the first baseman and the catcher, who's backing up and bounces off the wall in the Bethany dugout. So Blake's been on base all 3 times today. We'll wait to see what the official scorekeeper cards it, if it's going to be an error or a hit. More likely an error there. But either way, runner on first base for the top of the lineup. Campbell fists one late on a hit and run play, it looks like. Just protecting the plate there. And yes, it was carded an error. So 0-1 count to Campbell. Breaking ball inside for a ball. Campbell fists one to left, or to the third baseman, but it's called foul. Probably would have beaten out the throw either way, as third baseman Chase Wetwiska was moving to his right and had it thrown off his back foot. So 1-2 count now after Campbell fouls off the second pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball, double play opportunity here, but the ball is thrown into right field. No one's really backing up, so the center fielder has to gather it at the 352 sign, and he's got it in play, though. There's no one covering first base right now, so Campbell takes a little bit of a lead. So Taylor made double play ball there. Taylor made double play there, goes as an error now. So runners on first and third after the second error of the inning. So Lovelace will give the defensive assignments as the Chargers have capitalized on a first and third opportunity already tonight. Jack Blumenthal, who's 1 for 3 today, steps into the box. He's showing bunt. He was unsuccessful in one attempt already tonight. Coach Draper has faith in him. He is fake squeeze play. Campbell takes second base without a throw. Not sure what the count is, but the Bethany defense is on the grass as they come in trying to protect the 2 runs and the possibility of the score rising for the Chargers. Blake gets a short lead at third base into the grass. Strike 2 there on the fastball. Nobody out after the 2 errors from the Broncos. Dozier's having a little trouble seeing as the sky is now black here at Stevenson Field. Defense is still playing in. Breaking ball, line into left field. 1 run will score as Coach Draper holds up Campbell at third. Jack Blumenthal will take second. No slide, he's kind of tripping, but he hugs the bag as he's safe. So good hit. Not great base running there from Jack, but he gets to second base, and the score is now 7-2. So now ducks on a pond for Fish. Enfield will continue to play in, as every run is precious here for the Broncos. High fastball for ball one. So Jack's going to take his lead right behind shortstop Blake Dunlap. Breaking ball that got away from Dozier was high and inside a little bit, so 2-0 count now. With one swing of the bat, the game could be ended, as Chargers have scored in every inning except for the first two. Strike right down the pipe, as it looked like Fish was taking there. So 2-1 count now for Fish, the third baseman. Ball outside. It's a 3-1 count and a pretty good hitter's count right here, as Fish, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk, has an opportunity to get 2 RBIs here. He chops one over the shortstop's head into left field for the base hit and 1 RBI. Left fielders bobbles it, and there's not going to be able to be a play at the plate, and he falls, hoping to get the ball back into play. So Fish does get an RBI, and then on the error, second run is scored. So now with no outs, Chargers lead 9-2 with cleanup hitter Brennan Zell up to the plate. And now it looks like Dozier's day might be done as Ledbetter approaches the mound for what seems like the 20th time today. He's going to have to come into the game because of the amount of appearances. And looks like third baseman Chase Wetwiska will come into the game. And Dozier will go to the outfield and bring someone in to play Wetwiska's position at third. And it looks like that candidate's going to be left fielder Justin Wheeler. So Chase Wetwiska will now be pitching for the Broncos, and Justin Wheeler, the left fielder, will be playing third. Wetwiska did not appear on the mound for the Broncos the last time the Chargers faced them, so we don't have any stats on Wetwiska. But he's going to be facing cleanup hitter Brennan Ezell with no outs and a runner on. The Advancement Office of Heritage Hall would like to thank all of our donors this year that have contributed to this year's annual fund. Your gift is a cornerstone of ongoing excellence at Heritage Hall. The Advancement Office is happy to report that the school has received over $380,000 toward our goal of $425,000. For more info or to give to the annual fund, please visit www.heritagehall.com/AF. So Chase Wetwiska will come into pitch, and Chuck Shepard the freshman, number 21, will pinch run for Alex Fisher. I'm assuming Beasel's going to be aggressive early because he has all night. But he'll watch as the first one go by to see what it looks like first. So first pitch is a strike as Chuck Shepard, the pinch hitter or pinch runner, gathers his lead at first. And Beasel awaits the 0-1 offering. Big swing and a miss there. 0-2 now. Beasel's hit it to the third baseman or in between the third and shortstop all 3 times tonight. High fastball. Ball 1. It's 1-2 count now. There's a runner, swing and a miss. That's the first out, but Chandler Shepard's safe at second. So quite a few good cuts there from Beasel, but he can't connect. And he goes down for the first out of the inning. So Joe Buckendorf, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts tonight, comes up to the plate with 1 out and a runner on second base. So base hit could end the game here. There is the base hit, but it's foul. Tough vantage point here in our tent as we're blocked out from the corner of left field. So not really sure how close that was to the line. But Buckendorf's aggressive early as Dawson Evans stretches his small quads out on the on-deck circle. So the 0-1 count. Ball low and in the dirt. All ones across the scoreboard. Second baseman's playing close to second base, trying to keep Chandler close to the bag, and he's going to take off. Great jump. Ball's ripped into right field. No chance to catch it. And that's going to be the ball game as Chuck Shepard comes in to score without a throw. As Buckendorf comes in for the easy double. So that's the ball game there, folks. As the Chargers come back from giving up 2 to score 4 in the bottom of the 6th to run roll the Bethany Broncos and win 10-2 on senior night. We'll be right back after this commercial break with our player of the game interview and a scoring recap.
It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Right now. A new dawn for Oklahoma City professional sports. A new tradition on a proud sports landscape. Professional soccer has arrived. Are you ready?
Head on down to the Charger Court to buy your latest in school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom and activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4. And don't come Saturday and Sunday because we won't be there.
It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Right now. A new dawn for Oklahoma City professional sports. A new tradition on a proud sports landscape. Professional soccer has arrived. Are you ready?
Head on down to the Charger Court to buy your latest in school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom and activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4. And don't come Saturday and Sunday because we won't be there.
We don't just certify our pre-owned vehicles. We inspect, analyze, and recondition each one until it's nothing short of a genuine certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz for the next new owner. Available only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Visit today for exceptional offers.
This game is brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop, Texadelphia Social Grill, Energy FC Soccer, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, 77 Energy, and Spartan College.
Welcome back to Stevenson Field and Stadium 11 at Heritage Hall, where senior night is a roaring success as the Chargers run-roll the Bethany Broncos. The number 10 ranked in 4A Bethany Broncos 10-2 after 6 innings. Chargers scored in every inning but the first 2 and saw all 5 seniors make an appearance. We're going to be joined shortly after the team meeting by player of the game, Jack Blumenthal, who went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. As every Charger but 3 that got a hit tonight. So we got a walk-off hit here on senior night, and tomorrow morning we'll have alumni game, and I'm assuming that I'm going to hit a walk-off home run. So we'll see back-to-back walk-offs in Charger games. Bethany Broncos are huddled up on the right field line after running a couple sprints. I'm not sure that Coach Ledbetter is very happy with the 5 errors that they committed tonight after also giving up 12 hits. Chargers capitalized early in the count and got quality swings in, and then made it count when they were on the base pass. The 3A standings as of this Monday are as follows. Verdigris is number 1 in 3A, the 23-1 record, followed by Vianna 22-2, Beggs at 23-5, and then your Chargers ranked 4 at 25-4. So heading into district play next week, the Chargers are in a great position to host their second regional in a row, as we're now being joined shortly by Joe Wheeler and Jack Blumenthal. We're going to give Jack a mic and then hopefully get some questions. Jack, great game and congratulations. Way to end your career here at Heritage Hall with a great victory.
Thank you very much. It was an exciting game.
It was. So you went 2 for 4 tonight with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. It seemed like you all were trying to be really aggressive early in the count against Dozier to try to get on base. And make plays on the base pass. Was that what Coach Draper wanted you all to do?
Yeah, he's a good pitcher. He throws hard, throws a lot of strikes. Firm fastball, just got to barrel it up and hit it.
Right. So it seemed like you guys were spitting on the off-speed pitches and trying to take advantage of the fastball, like you said. What is it like facing one of the top pitchers in 4A, knowing that you're going to be facing quality pitching going into the playoffs?
I mean, we're a great hitting team. I think we had 15, 16 hits today. We've always preached that the harder the pitcher throws, the better we hit it.
That's a good strategy to live by. Defensively, though, you made quite a few plays in the first two innings. It seemed like they were all trying to hit to right field and to second base. What is it like to not commit that many errors and the confidence that it gives to the pitching staff that the defense behind him is going to make plays?
Well, when the pitching, Brendan threw a great game, great tempo, threw a lot of strikes. Just got to slow the game down and let it come to you.
Yeah, like you said, the tempo. It seemed like he's getting on the rubber and going quickly. Does that help you as a defensive player to where you're not just standing out there waiting for pitch after pitch after pitch?
Absolutely. It keeps you locked in the entire game and ready to get a ball.
That's right. Well, thanks for coming. Appreciate the time, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Charger fans, that was Jack Blumenthal. We're going to sign off here. Final score, final time, 10-2. Chargers win. Tomorrow morning we'll have the alumni game, and I'll be hitting bombs to right field all day long. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.